Hi everyone, and welcome to our next Advent picture. We have a little stocking to do now. I was having a think about how to do this. Normally I would like the turnover being white, but there's a lot of it. So I think I'm going to do something a little bit different. Do red and white stripes with the turnover bit being green. I think that might be rather nice. So I'm just picking my red. I think we'll start with the red. Yeah, we'll do this one. This is the deep scarlet red. I think that might be a good colour. Wondering whether to do the toe green and the heel green and the top green. I think I'll do that, and then red and white stripes for the rest. Now I want to start, this is Polychromos pencils, by the way, in case you're wondering. A bit lighter, just a bit darker there, and that bit lighter, I think. I think that makes sense. Yeah, good. I think it would be a little bit darker towards the bottom. So, do you have a Christmas stocking? Mine is just red and white. It's a lovely red velvet with a white fur, the fake fur, on the top. My husband has an identical one, which can be a bit confusing. And and my boys have that. One of them's got a snowman on. There's one's got a Father Christmas. They're really big, which is fun. You get lots. They're usually more than full. We're always very spoiled. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now. Now the white is a little more tricky. We're not going to use white to do the white. We're going to use grey. Odd? Maybe. Cold grey 2. And I'm going to, whoops, what my sleeve always wants to catch on it. There we go. We're going to just do the shadowy bit there and then fade it off. And same here. A bit there. A bit there. There'd be more shadow underneath this, but we'll do that with a different colour, I think. And now we'll do our green. Let's do the permanent green. I rather like that colour. And the toe. I think the often in socks, the heel and the toe are a different colour, which is why I was thinking this would work. A bit darker at the bottom. Same here. It's got a little patch on this one, so I need to decide what colour to do that. I'm just going to do an even layer first on this. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I think it'll be alright. I think it's passing. It's got a little hook on there as if you can hang it up, but we hang our stockings up. We use them as Christmas decorations, so we hang them on our doors. And then, but when they're full, they're so heavy that they would break the loop. So we don't hang them up when they're full. Don't stay full for long now. I don't know if you've noticed the same in your house. Put quite a lot of dark in that bit. Yes, everything soon disappears. My children used to get up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning on Christmas morning. Be so excited they wouldn't get off to sleep. They'd be up so early. It was lovely. Loved it. And I know some people let their children open their stockings early, so it keeps them quiet while parents can have a lie-in. Whereas we used to get up with them. We wanted to join in the excitement and the fun. It's ever so good. But now my one son lies in a lot, so I think he's not going to be up very early anymore. But that's okay. Now the patch. I think I'm just going to use a slightly darker green, this permanent green olive. I think it will work. I was going to go and get my glitter pens and metallic pens before I did this picture, but I forgot. I think we'll be okay. Okay, so now we have to do the items inside. Ooh, holly inside a stocking, ouch. You'd have to be a bit careful, wouldn't you? Let's use a pine green for the holly. We haven't, oh, my pencils are, they were balancing on against my pencil sharpener. So this is a very much darker green than the stocking, is partly why I chose it. I'm going to do really quite a light layer to start with. Now, we want to put a bit of shine, so I think we'll do what we've done on some of the others. I'll put the shine there. Like that. You could put it across the middle that way. I think it looks a bit more natural because of the way that holly sort of curves. Put it a bit down each side. Just put a light layer again. Next we'll do the lollipop. Now there's a really amazing tutorial for a lollipop in a Jennifer Zimmerman Secrets of Colouring book, which I've got. I've reviewed it actually somewhere on my channel, and she teaches you not only how to colour it with all the stripes and things so it looks pretty and it gives it makes it look rounded, but she even teaches you how to make it look pearlescent. It looks amazing. And I've followed the tutorial on Looks Fab. It's a much bigger one than this. We'll never do it with one this small, I don't think. But what we will do, is try and put some stripe into it, because I think red and white striped lollipop is the thing. I mean, it's going to be the same as the stocking, but I don't think that matters. It's much darker. So we'll sort of start in the middle. I always find it hard. I'm actually going to start here with my stripe, because I just don't quite know where to go with it. I find the middle difficult, but it becomes a bit more natural once you've got a pattern. There we go, we'll just leave it like that. Now this outside one, we'll try and do opposite bits. It's a bit bigger. I would do it like that. There's a lot of noise outside. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm really sorry. It's not a lot that I can do. So there's our sort of pattern, but I like to make it look like, you know, where the swirl is that it dips in. You need to do that with drawing some shadow. It's really tricky with such a small one. I'm going to use my Paynes grey and just try and do, firstly around the outside, just a little bit, and then each side of the line, to try and make it look like it's dipped in. It's a lot easier on a bigger one because you can use the red, different shades of red. I think maybe just extending it a bit might help. Because it's small, it's hard for you to see in the camera. Hard for me to see when I'm doing it too, to be honest. think I'll leave it at that. Now we have presents. I think we want some different colours to what we've used. You know, we want to change it up a bit from all the red and green. So I am thinking maybe a blue present. What sort of shade? Let's do this one. What's this? This is the phthalo blue. Oops. Phthalo blue for this one. Maybe with a yellow bow. I think we can make that work. Like that. I'm just really blocking it in so it's quite small. And I'm going to use this yellow. Oops, can't get it out. This is the light chrome yellow. But for me it's not that light. I'm going to just sharpen it, use that on the bow. Now normally on a ribbon I would try and make it look shiny. This one's really small, so I'm just going to block it in hard. Just make it stand out. Our other gift I am going to do, I'm just thinking about what I'm going to do for my background colour. I'm going to do it in this gift in purple. Is that going to work? Yeah. So I'm going to use the manganese violet for the gift wrap. It's a really pretty colour. I do like this colour. I do say to people, you know, if they like purples, to buy Castle Arts because they've got a big range of purples. But this one is really lovely. There we go. And the ribbon. I think we'll use the Delft blue. That's not it. Pick up the correct pencil. I just sharpen it. I know we've used blue already, but this is a very purpley blue, really different, almost like a violet. And this one I am going to put a bit of shine on. I'm going to fade it towards the middle. Make it look shiny. It's got a little bit more space, and because it's so dark, it can show it up. There we go. Now I want a bit of shadow underneath this. I'm going to grab that Paynes grey that we used before. I can do a few other shadows with it as well, I think. Need to use it quite gently because it is dark. But there would be shadow there. Got some shadow drawn in here, which we can emphasise. And then along the bottom of the gifts here. And around the ribbons, just the odd stroke here and there can make quite the difference. There we go. Now background. I was thinking pinks, but not the pinks, purpley pinks that we used before, but more of the sort of salmony pinks or red pinks. So I'm going to start, I've got like these colours. Now, oops, let's put them down so you can see them. So we've got medium flesh, light flesh and dark flesh, which effectively are salmon, coral and beige red. Okay, I'm going to use the lightest first. So this is light flesh or beige red, depending on how modern your set is. And I'm going to just use this all over to start with. Yeah, in some sets it depends. I think I've got a spare one of these because obviously it's getting quite short with the new name on, I think, but not sure. I might still have the old name. Of course it depends where you buy it from and how long they've had the sets hanging around for. Same as the Prismacolors with their new lavender and lilac replacements. They I think you can now buy them open stock, but I think they also, some of the newer sets have the newer ones in and some of them don't. Some of them have no replacement, so they have the lavender and lilac missing, and they just give you something else instead in the slot. I'm not sure what it is. I did hear, I can't remember now. So I'm going to move on to the medium flesh, whoops, which is called Coral. Now I do sometimes colour coral in this colour. I really don't know what colour it is, whether it is this colour or not. I think it's very pretty pink. I can see why it sort of was labelled up as a flesh tone, because it is a very light flesh tone. Saying that it's medium is wrong, obviously, because this is just for a white person's flesh tone. But at least they've changed and they've realised that not everyone has the same colour. And I haven't ever coloured a really dark flesh tone yet. I've got some tutorials. It's something I really want to have a go at sometime. I have all these little projects that I want to have a go at, but it's just finding the time to do it. And you know, I like the idea of it, but then when I sit down and I pick up my pencils on my book, I think, oh, I want to colour a Christmas tree, or you know, it's I do have some tutorials, so I will do it. And I've only just started really getting my confidence up in doing colouring people anyway. I'm now going to use the dark flesh, as it's called, which is the salmon. I'm going to go right into those corners. I like this colour. I use this colour for flowers and things. I really like it. It's just a sort of different pink, really. You know, more of an orangey pink, which I think just gives a bit of a different type of colour. I think it has worked with this. I'm going to go back to my light one now, the beige red, and go over it all, try and bring it all together, you know, blend it up, and then just draw it in, so that hopefully we've got more of an even transition between the different shades of colour. Should help it to look a little bit neater. Yeah, I wonder what is going to be in my stocking this year. It's usually some nice toiletries, some bars of chocolate. Bit of Lego, maybe. Nice little things. Right, I think I am nearly done. I'm just going to sweep, and I'm wondering about just making I'm going to, for this one, use my eraser, make some little circle spaces in the background. It's quite hard to do this. It's made to look very easy by some people. Perhaps it depends on the eraser. The first one worked really well. I think it's going to show it more on the darker bits, of course. Might be easier to actually, I've got a plan. I'm going to finish this, but I'm thinking if I actually just go over it in a white pencil, not necessarily the Polychromos white, because it isn't the most brilliant white. I'm being impatient now, I'm going to do it. This is a Prismacolor white. I think you can probably draw on white. That's better. White circles. There are several whites that are sort of supposed to be the best of the best. Prismacolor white is loved by many. Luminance whites is supposed to be very good as well. And the Chinese white from Derwent Drawing Pencils is another one I've heard a lot about if you're looking for a good white. That's not bad. I think I need a white pen now. Draw some white dots in. This is my Posca. I know if you use Gellyroll for all the rest. I think I'm just going to dot. I don't know why. Lots of dots all over the place. Only on the background though, not on the stocking. You could put some on the stocking if you want, I don't want to. I just want this to be the background. Dotty. Don't know why. There's no logic, reason. Just it's fun. Bit like our car with the snow that we did before. What I am going to do though is do a few white lines on our lolly because the white bits are looking quite grey. There we go. That's it though, no more on nothing. You could change the colour of your stitching here on your stocking if you wanted, but I don't think it's necessary. I think it shows up okay in the black. You could do that if you wanted, but there we go. I think I am done. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to hang your stockings up. They won't get filled tonight, but you know, you never know. Anyway, thank you. Have a super day and happy colouring.